Hello, everyone. What's up, YouTube? The usual. Very important. I hope I just did this right. I am not quite sure. But for my most hardcore heaviest fans, they may have noticed that there was a schedule, right, on the YouTubes that I did, that I had, that I made. Wasn't really quite sure how that was supposed to work. They didn't really tell me, so I was kind of just sitting here waiting for the thing to happen. And I don't know. Looks like I'm live though, so that's great. Looks like a W, probably. Yeah. That aside. I had an equally wacky day today. Because I woke up at 10 a.m. and I was like, damn, it's way too early for me to be up already. So I just stayed in bed. And then I woke up at 3 p.m. because I had an alarm for that as well, because that's like the latest time that I would like to wake up. And if it's later than that, then I'm kind of like, shit. But even though my alarm went off, I kind of failed to move myself out of my my bib. I don't know why that is, but that has been happening a lot lately. I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm sick, I just can't get up. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. So that happened, and suddenly it was 5 p.m. And after just laying in bed for another 30 minutes, so at 5:30 p.m., I actually managed to get out of bed. W, good job, streamer, very nice. So clearly I didn't do any clay stuff today or anything else. I just hopped onto the pewter, watched some sillies, watched some stuff in various places. That was nice. That was nice. Yeah. And then I ate, took a bath, you know, nothing crazy, nothing fancy, just things that you do, probably. And then, yeah, anyway, yeah, then I made a schedule and now I'm here. Yippee! It's episode 10 for the Nukitashi Let's-VN, or Let's-VN Nukitashi. Not really sure in what order those two really go, but doesn't really matter, does it now? But yep, Mr. Streamer, it's time to read the visual novel again. It sure is, it sure is. And I think today could be a pretty big day in regards to that as well. Because if you remember, we had quite the interesting title for the current chapter going on. Kuruppo! Yippee! Something about death and or dying. I'm pretty sure. That sounds a little scary. But I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
抜きゲーみたいな島に住んでる私はどうすりゃいいですか?
Let's go Asanikyun. Very nice. No clue what they're always saying there at the start, but yay. Any dodgers in the chat? Ooh. Well, I'm not in chat, but I would probably count as a Dej person as well. But yes, death of the Virgin, probably. So someone's going to die tonight. Not sure who it is, but I feel like there's like a handful of virgins on Ceylon Island that could potentially die at any moment. Not sure why or how, but if they're caught by the SHO, you know, the GL team, off with their heads, or just, I don't know, 9mm point blank, and then yeah, I don't know. Could be anything really. Maybe just food poisoning, or a young little maiden stepping onto her funny little folding chair and then falling off of it in a most unfortunate way and I don't know, dying that way. Who the flip knows? They say the title of the game, Nukige mitai na shima ni tsundere. Nani? Watashi wa dou surya ii desu ka? Shortened as Nukitashi. So we have the N and the U from the Nukige. Then we skip the mitai entirely. The na gets skipped. The shima gets skipped. Where's the key? Maybe we just take the... I guess we just take them from the first word still, but then the ashi. Nukitashi. Nukige watashi. Naruhodo. That's interesting. Oh, also something else I just noticed myself. I have a new mouse cursor. I'll just pretend that someone said that my old one was too intrusive onto their fragile little eyes, because it was like bright red and stuff. Except that's not true. I just had a funny little Windows update, and then I noticed, like, mere moments after it happened, like, wait a minute, what's up with my mouse cursor? Because, you know, I've been using this weird little anime PNG for like 10 years at this point. And to be honest, I just couldn't find it again. I still have it, I'm sure, but it's in like 1 out of 5 folders. But I also knew that I had like this cursor pack from cute dead red VTuber Ecto. So I just took one of those, and that's what I'm using right now. I can't really even like make out what it is when it's actually like small, like a mouse cursor, but it's, you know, it's just her really with a little bit of a paw print in the top left. But yeah, updates for the stream, kind of. I don't know. Anyway, that's probably all the stalling that I can do right now. And it's time to watch virgins die, maybe. Yippee! Oop. There we go. And suddenly we don't even have music anymore. That happens sometimes. That's okay. I stand at the ready for today's Nukitashi stream. Woo! As soon as the bell rings. Very nice. Good job, Junnosuke. Alright, let's go. I get up from my seat, prepared for anything. Naruhodo. But what do you get? The usual. Is it hot out here, or is it just me? The Shootdown King week has begun. The whole school has been in a festival mood since the morning. The guys have been lining up to screw their favorite girls so they can win, and have been eating tons of eel, and they like to ejaculate as much as possible. Does the consumption of eel aid in you know, the production of ejaculate? Sure sounds that way, but I wouldn't know that. We don't even have eel in this here country. But whatever. The girls have been attempting to seduce the guys to get shoot down targets. Quick recap actually. In case, my fellow viewers, you have forgotten about what's going on here. Last time we were called into the gym again and hit with a surprise something condom shoot down contest thing. And basically all the girls are given special condoms, and whoever fills the most of these condoms by the end of the week or within X amount of time wins. And that's not only a problem because it was like out of nowhere and a surprise special event, but also we now have a gang of 4 virgins. And in theory, for Junnosuke as a guide, this is whatever, because guys can't win here. Like, the girls want to seduce you and get you to fill condoms for them, so that they can score more points for the championship. And the dudes, you know, they're necessary, but whether they fill 5 or 5,000 condoms doesn't really matter in this event, you know. But yeah, for all the cute ladies in our gang, that's a little weird, because how could you go through like a whole week without filling at least a couple of condoms, you know? That's kind of what's going on right now. Yeah, moving on with that. The girls have been attempting to seduce the guys to get shoot down targets. Makes sense now.
6-9しよう。うまんことおちんちん舐め合って精液と肺液飲み合ってまた液垂らして永久期間よ。
なるほど。Oh man, I just heard her say 6-9 and I was like, ah. Actually, it's 6-7 nowadays, but hey. Come on, let's have a 69er. You lick my pussy as I suck your cock, and we can drink each other's jizz and love juices and squirt over and over again. Hey, we can be a perpetual motion machine. Sounds kinda hot, in a way, I'm sure. She shakes her booty and tries to lure in verbally.
セイランとパコル鉛筆。小さい頃思い出してタコ円で勝負しようよ。コロコロ。あ、シャクシャクだ。おちんぽに20のダメージ。
Premium voice acting, man. What the hell? Ridan Island, Trouser, Snakes and Leathers. My favorite game from when I was a kid. Okay. Let's roll the dice and instant blowjob. Blurb. That'll take your cock down 20. They are even shoehorning sex into games, I remember from way back when.
何？イベントだからってそんな期待した顔しちゃってさ。いいの？はめてあげても。
What's this? Giving me such a yearning look. With this event going on. I'll gladly indulge you. Give me your pussy protein. Squatting in the dim corridor with a condom in her mouth and smiling seductively. Everyone's going about it in their own way, but it's a goddamn madhouse in here. Like, a dude can only nut so much, man. One of the techniques the girls are using is to set their eyes on a guy and pounce on him from the wings. And here I am in the middle of it all. An anti-copulator. I take off running as fast as my legs will carry me in the direction of the nearby elevator. Oh. An instant escape, huh? That gives me some concerns, by the way, though. Like, if you consider what's going on. Maybe people aren't paying too much attention. But during the special event, there's like this dude who's sprinting out of the classroom, avoiding everyone, and he's just first at the elevator. And he's just spamming the buttons, you know, to get the special code in. And then just, you know, vanishes. Kinda sus. But, yeah. I managed to make it to the secret NLNS base unscathed. Yippee! Or, oh no. Huh. A few girls did try to mag on me along the way, but I managed to brush them aside. Huh? Nanase? Nanase? Question. What could she be up to? She must have made it here before me. She's hunched over at the desk and working frantically on something. Oi, Nanase.
ジュン？あんたいつ来たのよ。
Yeah. What? Wait, Jun? How long have you been here? And what are you doing? Is that condoms and potato starch? She's pouring potato starch dissolved in water into the school-issued condoms on the desk. Alright, what's with this making fake used condoms business? Silly question. Dummy, but I'm sure she's going to explain. Well, you look like more than enough of a slut without needing to do that.
こうやってセックスしまくってるように見せないと逃げらんないのよ。
You expect me to get away without looking like I've been fucking like a rabbit? No way. Jose. Okay.
私は昔からこれを太ももに巻いて、ああもう勝手に撃墜マークが増えていって超大変なんですけどって言って逃げてるの。
I have always been sticking these to my thighs and being like, oh man, all these fuckboys giving me more emission targets is a real drag. Y'all. Just so I can get away. Makes sense though, you know. The classic used condom skirts and stuff like that. You know, to hide your true virgin identity. because that's like proof, you know, that you've done stuff, and now you're like, sorry bro, I just got done with something, I'm a little thirsty. How about you ask me another time, okay? But yeah. Naruhodo. I thought you just wanted to show off. As the rank 1 slut in the entire school, that kinda comes along with that, not even on purpose. But that's just part of the... She clearly took things way too far. Because if you just wanna fit in, you know, you stick to like 2-3 condoms because everyone has sex all the time, but she probably went like, oh shit man, I gotta like... I don't want them to know, man. They're gonna kill me, they're gonna shoot me! Ah! And she just went like, fuck it. 53 at once. Literally like a whole skirt in one day, and everyone was like, hey, no way, man. That's crazy. And ever since, she's been stuck having to pretend to massively overperform. And now it's becoming a little bit of a problem, I guess. Aye. The show-off dilemma.
何の見えよ。ほんと、命からがら逃げてきたんだから。
Show off my ass. Please do. I was fleeing for my damn life. How many of those are real, anyway? Probably none. But now that you're here, Junnosuke, surely you could help out a little. Perchance.
は？なんか言った？
Or not. Unlucky. I tried, man. L-wingman or something. Unlucky. You say something, punk? No. Gumina, sorry. She's got a pretty short fuse today, it seems. Considering her usual popularity, I can understand why she would be exhausted since the event started. People must have been trying to make honor so much that she's just about ready to end it all in Minecraft.
というか、コンドームってどうしてこう伸ばすのが大変なのよ。一個一個すっごい面倒なんですけど。
Why the hell are condoms so hard to stretch out anyway? Junnosuke be like, I know, right? If it don't get hard, shit's not happening anyway. But you know, without that, nothing's happening at all, man. What the hell? Doing them all one by one is such a pain in my asshole. Except you get to do it without the actual pain in your asshole, I guess. That's like the upside of this whole thing, right? I'm guessing you just don't know the right way to do it then. See, you're not supposed to pull on them with your hand. You're supposed to put it on over your glands and roll it down the shaft with your fingers. Just as most people have probably been taught in school. We had that in school. The special super sex ed day. Everyone got like some wooden like staff type thing and a condom, and everyone was like, you do it like this, and then you know, and everyone does it like once, and then like, good job, now you know. That's very epic education type stuff. I hope someone can relate. Hehe.
あら、ほんと。バイバに簡単にコンドームが巻きつけられたわね。
Whoa, you're right. I can just use a dildo as stand-in and stretch them out that way. The big smarts. Big smarts indeed. You can just use your fingers too. See, the index and middle fingers should work like so.
なるほどなるほど。こうすれば。
Naruhodo. I see. So if I do this, then how can a slut like you not know how to put on a condom? Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that we are still calling her a slut when we know that that's not really the case, but I guess we just, you know, kept going along with it. And it just works, right? Better to just keep doing this than to unfortunately slip up at some point and be like, oh, you virgin, and then like, oh, wait. That word's literally illegal on this here island. Oops.
Huh? いや、だから私はね。
Huh. Look, I've already told you. You've only ever done it raw. You fucking whore.
あんたはずいぶん詳しいじゃない？童貞のくせに。
Wait. Was he serious? Oh no. Am I getting my shit mixed up again? I don't think so, but hell. How the hell does your virgin ass know so much about the shit anyway? It's called health class and physical education, alright? I actually paid attention in those.
そうでしょそうでしょ。インポにコンドームなんて使う機会ないものね。
Sure. Not like an impotent limp dick. That's one for the counter, by the way. Would ever get the chance to use a condom anyway, am I right? Right. That's 2 times left today, so don't fucking forget that. I remember.
どうせオナホール使うために覚えたんでしょ？アダルトグッズにも紳士なんて素敵だわね。
I bet you just know all that stuff for the sake of your precious sex sleeves, yeah? At least you're a man of taste when it comes to sex toys. Fuck you! I'm not gonna stand around and let some TMO nympho take the piss out of sex sleeves.
あんたこそ、そろそろいい加減にしなさいよ。
Hey man, I would stand the fuck down right now if I were you. And thus begins the great brawl between a virgin and a slut. Aye. The battle of wills with our own prides at stake.
ほんと、この期間は地獄だぜ。
Asane arise. Yippee! Dang, it's literal hell out there. Nana is right on top of me, and there's a pile of used condoms on the desk. Albeit fake, but Nani? Stampi tang! Let's go! Oh no. Looks bad, doesn't it? That's gonna be peak in the anime, I hope.
兄の射精が大量すぎるけん。
The curious case of bro's profuse nutting. Not quite the reaction that I was expecting here, to be honest. Maybe just a sign of how tired Asane-chan really is right now. No. That's not what this is.
何これ？散乱する使用済みコンドームの山。アエントイオスのここは墓場かよ。
Shit, what the hell is this? A literal mountain of used condoms? You're trying to make a sperm graveyard in here or something? No, Asa, the misunderstanding. I can explain.
兄、ひどいじゃないかよ。七瀬さんとエッチするときは混ぜてくれるって誓いあったのによ。
Annie, How could you do this to me? You sure you would let me join in when you and Nanase went to town? That's more like it. That's what I expected. I don't remember swearing in that. Also, you've got it all wrong. No fair, no fair, no fair. I wanna do the nasty with a slut too. I wanna enjoy me a threesome. Yeah. Sanpi Daimyo. Very nice. Come on, think about this. You think I would wanna do the nasty with some slut? You Benedict Arnold, whatever that means. Betraying your own sister and leaving us spunk-filled condoms all over the place, like in some cackled porno. Evil Oni-chan. How could he? Damn it. How could I make my little sister cry like this? I'm a failure of a big brother. I dare say that might be exaggerating things a little. What the hell? Very verbose crying. I fucking love Asane so much. Very nice, Mr. Elkes. Very nice. And I just heard it, but gonna be real here. I don't even know what verbose really means. But yeah. She's doing a good job. She's doing a good job. Come on, Asa-chan. Don't cry. Nakanaide. Your brother is a limp dick, so there's no way he could have had sex, is there? Very true. Verbose equals lots of words. Naruhodo. I see. I see. Kind of like a very exaggerated crying because you're not really busy with crying, but busy talking shit while crying, I guess. Naruhodo. Right. That's one left. Damn. Almost down for the count for today. Oh man, I'm trying to calm down your sister, and you're still out here keeping a running tally? Is my very little imitation of what she can do. Damn. That was peak though. Nukitashi! With the raspy throat on top. Damn. Some minutes later. Thanks to Nanase, we finally managed to convince Asa of the actual situation. Oh, so it was just a misunderstanding then. Thank God. So we don't have a traitor in the base after all. Huh. A traitor, huh? Funny you mention that. Evil smile. Well, I'm glad you understand. I would never want you to think that. Bawling like that just because you thought your big bro got taken. You really do care about him, don't you? Say, Nanase, there any close male relatives in your family who have their eyes obscured by their bangs? Why are you Is this a funny, horny hentai joke? Or what exactly are we playing into here?
はあ、お父さんがそうだったかもしれないけど。
なるほど。
それが
Huh, I think my dad used to be like that. What about it? Just trying to figure out where the brainworms started. On her dad's side, apparently. Supposedly, allegedly. Who knows? She gives me a nonplussed stare and cocks her head, but doesn't press the issue any further.
はあ、今日は撃墜王から逃げ出したり、兄の抜け駆けを見てしまったり、ショッキングな事件が続く。
Today I've been running every which way from the shoot-down bullshit. And then my bro got ahead of me. Today is just one calamity after another. That second one was your misunderstanding, though.
朝ちゃんはどうやってここまで来たの？誰かに誘われたでしょう。
So, how were you able to get here? Anybody try to mag on you? They're using this a lot right now. This, trying to mag on someone. Sounds a little weird, but, I get it.
誘われましたが、謎々を仕掛けてその隙に逃げ出しました。
Yeah, but I managed to distract them with some riddles and use the opportunity to get away. If you want my pussy free, then answer my riddles, please. Or whatever. Asane-chan used confusion. Male A, B, and C were very confused. Or it was very effective. Were you wearing a green suit with question marks on it? By any chance? I feel like that's literally what I just referenced, but I'm not even sure. But that's the Batman guy, right? I don't know.
なんて謎々を仕掛けたの？
Oh, what kind of riddles?
じゃがいもの中で最もスケベな女王様ってなんだ？
Potatoes. They are truly a staple food. Which type should you eat to become more lewd? Ooh. Once again, I know like 3 different kinds of potatoes. There's potato chip potatoes, the special potato that they use to make any kind of potato chip, except we live in a society in 2025 and nowadays they just use milk powder or mashed potatoes, pre-mixed from the store to make your chips. Wow, great, not even real potatoes. And then there's like sweet potatoes, which are kinda orange and weird because they're like really sweet somehow, and just a casual X potato that you could find pretty much anywhere all over Germany, I'm sure. Now, which one of these would make you more lewd?
何かしら。
Two stupids think alike. I don't know either.
答え、生ハムエクイン。
Answer, white creamers. Is that true? Are there white creamer potatoes that make you more lewd? Might have to submit this question to some independent researchers, I suppose. And here I thought my joke sucked. Aye.
でも、そういうの無視して強引にしてくる相手はどうするの？
But if they ignore the riddles and keep persisting, What do you do about that?
セックスを求めてるくせに貴様のその態度はなんだ。
Asking for sex is easy as pie, but keep up that attitude and you will have to die. Death mentioned, but not in the context of virgins. Now that's some commitment to the bit. Yep. Bits is what they call them nowadays, I suppose. Except that's not true. They've been doing that for at least 60 years, from what I can tell. But I've never heard anyone talk about bits, really, until recently, so that's still a little bit confusing sometimes. Anyway. Don't forget the smugness either. Oh, the gang's all here, I see. Ohayo! It's Hinami-chan! Yippee! Oh, actually, Wata-chan.
Wata-chan! 大丈夫? 今日はここに来るのも大変だったでしょう。
Wata-chan! Are you okay? It must have been hard getting here today. Well, actually...
何が?
何が? Yeah, about that.
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。
いいよいいよ、気にしないでよ。先輩っていうのはね、器が大きいものなんだよ。
Oh, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm your senior after all, so I've got a big heart. In my most tiny chest, but understandable. This situation would be much less awkward if her heart weren't the only thing big about her. I guess everybody's got different circumstances. Still, I'm just glad everybody made it here safely. I'm a bit worried about fulfilling our sponsor's request though. With this kind of event going on, we've got our work cut out for us.
そうね。撤退されないためにも、向こうの条件は早く達成する方がいいんだけど。
Yeah, but we could probably fulfill those conditions of his easier if we don't make an effort to retreat. Weta is way too tanky. Yeah, tanky indeed. All sorts of sexual harassment and whatnot just deflected off of her. They don't even manage to come close. Somehow. But yeah, the sponsor's conditions. I don't really remember, but Uji-san on the televi has given us some kind of task, I remember. Be that as it may, even if we were to take action, we are still lacking in personnel. I don't have the numbers on my side to be able to treat this like a proper organization. So there's no need to rush really, just gotta keep my eyes on the prize for now. Asa, give me a sit rep on the school.
そうだね。やっぱり前回と同じで SS の位置が普段よりばらけてるね。聖職者も絶対数が普段とは比べ物にならない。
Huh, let's see. No changes from before. FS stations are still in greater flux than usual, and we've got a lot more sex seekers around as well.
それに問題は SS や聖職者だけじゃないわね。今朝学校来るときに確認したけど、SHO ガードマンの人数も増えてるわ。
They are not our only problem either. I just managed to confirm this morning that the SHO has ramped up their own numbers. So, even if we manage to slip past the FS mooks, goons, I suppose, we still have those SHO guards to contend with. With that in mind, making it off the school grounds won't mean we're completely out of the woods. That could be a hassle. Asa, is the moon out tonight? 'Cause if it is, I'm gonna go werewolf mode. Or what?
ああ、月はまだ満ちてはいないよ。
Let's see. It's not waxing just yet. Mr. Streamer's not much of a moonologist, so I'm not sure what we are on about as of right now with the full moon and it not waxing just yet. Right. Guess we will be using that route today then.
あのルート？正門を正面突破するんじゃなかったの？
Naruto? You mean we're not gonna be getting out through the front gate? Nope. This base actually has another secret tunnel. Oh. But we've got a limited window of opportunity to use it. Oh. We walk along the cave that takes us to the rear gate.
相変わらず薄暗いところだよね。ここね。
Heh. It's always so dark in here.
あら、もしかしてわたちゃん怖い？
Ada, you getting scared over there?
怖くないよ。年上として何かあったら私がみんなを守らなきゃいけないから。
I'm not. I'm older than you guys, so if something happens, I gotta watch your backs. Also, independent researchers are informing me waxing is some phase in between a full, half, or no moon. We are not quite sure yet, but full, half, or no moon. It's not quite waxing yet. I mean, he asked about the full moon, so it's not even in the phase where it would be waxing into the full moon, I suppose. But, なるほど。なるほど。So waxing is probably just a weird word that they use to describe the changing of the moon's phases, or whatever. Tehe.
わたちゃんは暗いとお眠になっちゃうんでしょ、ロリだから。
I would expect the dark to make you pretty sleepy. What with you being lowly and all. Smug. ロリじゃないですけど。She, stay on your guards, ladies. We're in the middle of a strategic operation here. Huh. Women. After a little while, I come to a stop. We are here. At the secret, or not secret, but like special, weird opportunity window exit or whatever. I don't know. Right ahead of us is the rear gate, but can you see those holes off to the left and right of us?
あ、本当だ。真っ暗だから気がつかなかったけど、小さい穴があるんだね。
Wow, you're right. I didn't really notice in the dark, but yeah, I can see some small holes. Well, they both come out in different locations. That side goes to a cliff, and the dead end. As for the other one, that will take you right to the ocean. Both of those sound very nice. The dead end is so-so, you know, so-so, but like compared to anything else, I guess you kinda just gotta backtrack, but I'm sure wherever this cliff is that you would be coming out on, off, is gonna be better than trying to, you know, use either of the school's gates. But, yeah.
海？じゃあ、もしかして泳いで外に出るの？
Umi? You mean we're gonna swim our way out of here? Of course not. you would just get lost and drown. Silly. With how dark it is. Right, come this way. We slowly move along the ocean route. After a little while, we come to a broad expanse.
わー、こっちは広いんだね。あ、海も。海っていうか、川みたいだね。ちょろちょろって流れてるだけで。
Whoa, it's pretty vast out here. Oh, there's the ocean. Wait. It sounds more like a river, doesn't it? I can hear it flowing. It's almost a new moon period right now, so it's low tide. Naruhodo. The exit is usually flooded then, is what that's supposed to mean.
月の満ち欠けで水位が変わるんだけど、ここは普段海の中なのよ。
Yeah, something like that.
時期と時間を選ばないと通ることができないルートなの。
The tide changes according to the phases of the moon, and this place is usually underwater. You can only get through here on certain days and times. But in return, when the passage is open, no one will ever see you coming. The rock face is slightly damp, and each of our steps makes a splashing sound. By the last day of the shoot-down event, this tunnel will probably be completely impassable.
あ、眩しい。ようやく洞窟から出られた。
Whoa, mabushi! Phew, finally made it out of the cave. With a energized, refreshed Ahoge activation mode. Oh what?
あれ？ここってビーチとは真逆の海側の山の手だね。
Uh-huh. This is the other side of the beach, isn't it? Over on the hillside, facing the sea. Yeah, you know this place.
おじいちゃんもおばあちゃんも山の手の人だから、さすがにこっち側までは来た時ないけど、ものすごく遠いもんね。
Yep, my grandparents live on the hillside, though I've never made it this far before. We are pretty far out. This route is certainly nothing if not remote in its location. It's the most undeveloped region on the island, where the sea meets the surrounding mountains. Furthermore, none of the paths here are paved, and it takes several hot minutes to get home from here. But it's not a particularly practical route to take on foot. It has its limitations, but it has one big strength, and that's ensuring our safety is guaranteed. Come on, Ikuzo. Yeah, that's very nice, but I'm assuming you can only use this path like 2, maybe 3 times during every cycle of the moon then? I'm not really sure how that stuff works exactly, but it's not like the moon moves fast enough to really make this like a thing, right? Anyway.
これからクソほど歩かにゃいけないなんて。しかも急勾配。太ももの負担半端ない。兄、おんぶ。
Eep. I got to walk a fucking death march now. This hill's too steep, and I am literally chafing in my thighs right now. Annie, piggyback. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, little missy. You're the big sister here. And this little girl here is walking better than you. I was about to say, wait, big sister? Nanny? But I see. I see.
小さくありませんけど、それに私の方がお姉さんなんですけど。
Firstly, I ain't little, and secondly, I'm supposed to be the big sister.
朝ちゃん苦しいことより一時の恥にさらされた方が断然いいもん。兄。
Give me a moment of shame over an eternity of pain, any day of the friggin' week. Christ's sakes, girl, you really ought to take up exercising. Get some more stamina into that constitution of, huh? I spot something as I'm crouching down. Nanase, have a look at this. Doesn't it look like tire tracks?
確かにそう見えるけど、でもこんな急斜面の獣道に乗り物で入れるわけないでしょう。
Huh. Yeah, that pans out. But who would be crazy enough to be riding anything on a steep animal trail like this? Yeah, I guess you're right.
楽ちん楽ちん。
Rakusin. Surprise piggyback time, I guess. Shit, you must weigh like 9 kilograms for every year in your mental age. Okay.
健康に育ってるってことでいいじゃないの。
Hey, she's a growing girl. Nothing wrong with that. As I glance sidelong at a smirking Nanase, I hoist my sister up and start walking. I turn around only once to look back on the way. Honestly, I can't quite explain why. But those tire tracks are bugging me for some weird reason. Tire tracks, huh? Oh. Goggles are out. Right, that should do it. I walk along the road, shopping bag in hand. And we were shopping as well. Nice. Reminds me that we were at some weird secret shop slash toy store, one could say. Out in the woods last time as well. But I'm not returning from the supermarket or anything. Nanase has been in charge of buying our daily necessities for a while now, so shopping for consumables is not needed. Well, technically, these are consumable items, I guess. I forgot to buy condoms from the mutable membrane yesterday. Naruhodo. Again, I feel like it kinda just makes sense that he could help out the ladies, you know, by cranking it with his sleeves, while using the special point-scoring condoms. Just one guy might be a little bit lackluster, but prepping the numbers with some makeshift cummies. Yeah. Now you at least have like a little bit of a good chance to like pretend, you know, and even if they're like, I'm gonna taste test this shit, you could still like make sure to just provide them with some of the real stuff. And not immediately get exposed because this is just potato starch. You're a faker. Guys, guillotine. That would be bad. But yeah. Of course, that was just an excuse to get more sex leaves. Obviously. I don't need condoms, man. But sex leaves. Oh no. That's the shit, man. Man, if only they had given out condoms to the guys for the shoot-down thing. That way Nanase wouldn't be able to pull the kind of scheme she's pulling. I know you're probably wondering, why don't they do that? Well, the thing is, it would deprive the girls of the thrill of being in charge. Plus, a girl carrying condoms around has something intrinsically seductive to it that a guy couldn't hope to possess. What does he mean by that? I'm wondering. thinking, and I think it's something like, if a guy has one, they have it like, I don't know, just in their pockets, or their wallet, I suppose, maybe, is where you would keep them. And it's not really much of anything, it's just like, gotta be ready, you know. Might just randomly get late at any moment, or whatever. But for the girls, it's more like, hey, looky here. And it's maybe kind of more like an invite or something. Not sure, not sure. This may be beyond me. Such a sordid state of affairs for us pitiful humans. Not like I'd ever be using those SHO condoms, even if I got them for free anyway. The SHO branded condoms you can get at various stalls come in all sorts of colors, with eye-catching packaging, flavors and aromas. Like glow-in-the-dark contraceptives. What a joke. That shit's tacky and ostentatious as hell. Now, real men, they have fucking class. Real men only use colorless, flavorless, 0.02 millimeters, regular size, Trojan and Dirks. Wait, Trojan and Dirks, DRX. Kinda sounds like a league team. Pretty sure Trojan is the first one, but the second one... it's probably obvious. But I gotta be honest, I am not sure right now. But well-known brands, probably. Which, you know, they're censored, so... checks out. I swagger down the streets of the town with the spirit of true Japanese masculinity nestled in my heart. Okay. What's this? As I approach the beach, something is kicked into the air. Huh, it's one of those hole-lighter things. SHO souvenir shops often have them visible in the displays. The ads read along the lines of highly effective aphrodisiac. Also works great as magic marker on your body to write indecencies or keep a running tally. A Durex. A Durex. Trojan and Durex, yeah, that's... I feel like Durex is even more common, actually. I don't know why I knew Trojan. The Trojan horse, or whatever. Anyway. It's all dried out though. Someone must have thrown it out. You often see sex toy trash thrown out like this on the road. There are a lot of people who litter around here. What happens in Vegas and all that stays in Vegas. If you know, you know, or whatever. But somebody's got to pick all the trash up and have it dealt with in the morning, so it essentially helps create new jobs. The job market and scarcity on Ceylon Island. Monka? Quite the scheme they have going on here. I stare at the beach expanse on the other side. In spite of the time of day, the beach is jam-packed and a bustling sight. Conversely, the entry to the beach from where I am is mostly residential, so it's unusually quiet. It looks like the coast is another world entirely. Ariadne Protocol. Activate. Stand by model. Beep beep. Wee 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 wee. Right. No SHO guards nearby. Shutting it down again already. Nanny? When I go out alone, I use my sister's enemy detection program. I can get a comparatively quick overview of SHO guards in areas with relatively few people around. Only the center of town has guards stationed 24 hours a day. I'm quite a distance away from there, so they probably left quite a while ago. Come to think of it, I think I met that girl yesterday somewhere around here. The bookworm-looking girl, who seemed quiet and docile. Oh, that happened as well. So many things I forgot, what the hell? But yeah, the not Megane wearing Megane girl, I suppose. Bookworm, or whatever. With huge titties. Or so they said. And we fixed her bike. And that's about all that happened. I wonder where she came from. The school is in the opposite direction, and I can't see there being any residential areas within shooting distance of the mutable membrane. If she hadn't taken quite a long detour to get somewhere, then she couldn't have come down from the mountains. Oh, Megane Shoujo and biking in the mountains meets previously discovered questionable tire tracks. Haha. Quite the Sherlock Holmes here myself, if, you know. And why would she be here so late in the evening? Was it because her bike's chain had fallen off? Nah, that doesn't sound right. Nothing about it seems to add up. If she weren't riding somewhere that would make the chain come off, it would not have happened, would it? Maybe those tire tracks were left by her? I think back. Not just to the tire tracks, but to how I saw her behaving in the gym. The way she was holding her breath, doing her best to hide in plain sight. She looked like she had no one to turn to. I wonder if she's running around escaping perverted sex too. You know, like how we are. Well, if she is, I hope we can make her our ally. I look at my wristwatch. It's about the same time as when I saw that girl on the bike yesterday. But I can't see any sign of her. It isn't as though she would be passing by at the exact same time, or sticking to the exact same route, but I've got a bad feeling about this. I instantly break into a run. Nani? Okay. Cool. Ariadne protocol, standby. Or, activation. I run along the beach, passing through the residential area and eventually come to the rear hill with the route home the NLNS uses. This is ATM-01, come in base. This is null base, coming in loud and clear. What's your situation? Asane's voice comes through the small receiver in my ear. Situation normal here. Can you get any positional data on the subject of unknown virginity status I encountered previously? Can you get any positional data on the subject of unknown virginity status I encountered previously? Imoto-chan, please, it's important. What? Data acquired. One person traveling at 8 km per hour through the mountains, with 4 persons in pursuit. No other enemies spotted. Forward the location to my HIS. I'm gonna keep tailing her. Any other information? Sending it to your HIS now. Due to the lack of security cams in the mountains, IFF info is unavailable. Not a slut, no position data. I mean, yeah, and after a couple days in the school, I'm sure you could easily create like a database of women who probably couldn't be virgins at this point in the game. But yeah. It just like the call out is what was kind of weird to me, like not sure if this person is a virgin or not, but could you give me some intel on where they could be at this point in time? You know, and it's just because it's like, how would you know from just looking at them? It's impossible. How could she ever know what Junnosuke wants from her? Because there's probably like a lot of people where we can't be quite sure whether or not they, you know, could be an ally or not. But anyway, seems like we got some data after all. So I suppose it worked out. I glance at my HIS as I continue to run. I follow in its direction, ignoring any paths or bushes in the way. Along the way I spot some tire tracks. I knew it. The bike traveled along this path. Looks like the tracks are fresh too. It has to be her. I need to hurry. Wait, that's a cliff. Annie, stop! Cliff CG? No. I stop running. I'm not going to make it. My left shoulder slams into a tree, stopping my momentum. It was a 2-story drop. There was a 2-story drop straight ahead, but the bushes concealed it, so I didn't notice. Jeez. And that's Nukitashi. Good job, Emke. Good job. It came completely out of the blue. Given how much it rains around here, it was probably a landslide that did this. Ha! There she is. The girl is directly beneath the cliff. Pull. Naruhodo. She's fallen off onto her butt. Her bike is sprawled out beside her with the chain off. Yet again. It must have slipped off again after gradually getting looser since yesterday. Her nose is bleeding. Horny. And she's holding her ankle. She must have either sprained or broken it, but either way, she's not going to be able to escape on her own. What the? She wasn't even chased by SHO people? Also, she was biking away, and some weirdos still just managed to chase her? Through the woods, no less? That's crazy. Must be some really ripped jocks from the I don't know, football club perhaps. Some real soccer gamers or whatever. Shit girl, you really made this a lot of work for us. At that moment, a group of 3 guys and 1 girl approach her.
ほんとマジでさ、めちゃめちゃ疲れちゃったんですけど、せっかくの靴にも泥跳ねちゃったし、どうしてくれんの？
Damn. This guy really got that weird the delinquent act down. Damn right, I'm fucking exhausted now. Even got mud all over my boots, so what are you gonna do about that? Huh? The guys look college-aged, and I can smell their jockness from here. They definitely don't look like your usual sightseers.
やめてください。今日は本当に体の調子が良くなくて。
Stop it, please. I really don't feel very well today.
はあ？何言ってくれちゃってるわけ？この島じゃセックスに誘われたら嫌とは言えないんだろ？
Huh? The fuck you on about? On this island, you don't turn down anyone who's asking for sex.
それなのに逃げるとか、君犯罪者なんだよ。わかってる？ねえ。
Mayor B, man. And yet you ran away. That would make you a criminal, right? Nah. That's crazy. I like that. Which is weird, because it's a male, so I retract my previous statement.
いえ、セーラン島では体調不良の際は断ってもいいことに。
No, you can't turn people down on Ceylon Island if you feel unwell.
なもん関係ねえっつってんだよ。
Like we give a fuck, you dumb bitch. One of them kicks her bicycle. Bro, stop, it's broken already. What the hell? The color drains out of her face and she shrieks slightly. Asane, is there any other way I can get down there?
すぐのはない。どのルートでも約6分はかかる。
Nothing fast enough. You're looking at about 6 minutes for every alternate route. And then after this we need like a little bit of a disclaimer. It could be 3 minutes, but you're Junnosuke, so... Actually that doesn't work because he's supposed to be kind of ripped and stuff, right? I don't know why I had an image of him being kind of a nerdy guy in my head. Probably all this weird tech shit and stuff that's going on right now, combined with Omega Virgin. But yeah, no, he's quite fast, probably. Shit, that's gonna take too much time. Now what? You just Mario time and jump on the heads from 2-story side. Just yippee! And if you miss, well, 2 broken legs, whatever. At least you tried. Oh, I don't know. Huh.
てめえみたいな島のインラン女は俺たちにまた開いてあんあん言ってりゃいいんだよ。あ？
Slutty islander horse like you are meant to just spread them and moan for us. Got that?
でもその通りっしょ。こいつらセックスで金儲けてる連中なんだし、俺らもそれにあやかろうってことで。
He's right, you know. My butts here are making good bank of popping off. And I'm just here to get my piece of the action, you see. He takes something big and black out of his bag. It's a digital movie camera, a professional grade one at that. The one girl in the group takes it and assumes a filming stance.
ということで、君には今から素人 AV 女優としてデビューしてもらっちゃいます。
Soul Smile Sugar Tits. Okay. You're gonna be making your debut as an amateur porn star. Hey?
だからね、今から君のことレイプして動画を裏サイトで売っちゃうよってこと。
Huh? Like I said, we're gonna rape you, film the whole thing, and then we put the video up on the dark web for cash. On Seran Island. I feel like these guys are going to quite a bit of trouble for not much at all, really. Weird.
よかったね。君が可愛い顔してたから選ばれたんだよ。嬉しいっしょ。
Lucky you, you've got such a cute face, so that's why we chose you. You ought to be thanking us. Yeah, stop it.
もしかして怖い？大丈夫大丈夫。君の先輩の青蘭島のビッチちゃんたちももう何人もデビューしてるんだから。
Hey, you scared? Come on, just chill out. Plenty of your slutty seniors from all around Ceylon Island have made their debuts through us too.
ここの動画ってすごい人気あって、私たちもありがたいんだよね。
And those vids get mad views too. All the better for us, ain't it? Yeah, 助けて。
おいてめえ、何逃げようとしてんだよ。何舐め腐ったことしてくれてんだよ俺。
Hey, you trying to escape, you stupid cunt? Trying to give me some fucking attitude? Don't you fucking look at me. Oi, he punches her in the face and she falls flat on the ground. Uh-oh. You guys don't know who you're messing with. I'm about to go demon mode. One of the guys pins her down. Now she can't move.
はあ、また逃げようとしたらもっとボコボコに殴っちゃうからね。ま、でもそういうのも間に合うけいいんで、どっちでもいいから。
You tried that again, and I'll go fucking medieval on your ass. Hell, people are into that shit too, so it's a win-win for me either way. Fuck. Fuck.
まず何からしちゃう？仲出しするのは絶対として、今回は自分のうんこでも食わせてみよっか。
Where should we begin? I'm obviously gonna come inside you. Why don't I make you eat your own shit first? Hopefully not literally. My head hurts.
まずは生ハメっしょ。俺、レイプものでフェラチオシーンとかあんの大っ嫌いなんだよね。なんかリアリティなくない？
Let's fuck her in the raw first. I can't stand seeing blowjobs during rape. That shit doesn't remotely look real. I feel like I'm gonna vomit.
何それウケる。普通なら噛み切られちゃうから。
Now, that's a fucking laugh. You think they would bite your dick off or something? I feel something welling up inside me.
そんじゃま、とりあえず。
First of all. And then all of a sudden. Elke has dropped the Muramasa thing again. Where there are demons. I bonk them with my the weird metal, not actually a baton that he has. And slays them, I suppose.
挿入してから決めちゃいますか。
I'll stick it in her first and then figure it out. You. てめえ。殺すぞ. And then, I don't know. Something utterly primal and dark swallows my entire being. Fucking assholes! I'm getting your ass, man.
No.
I hit the biggest guy as hard as I can with a flying Rida kick and then roll on the ground. I get up and leap on top of the guy who I knocked over and sit on top of him. What? Fuck you! Fuck you! I don't understand what I'm screaming at him, and I certainly don't understand why I'm currently beating his face in. But I'm doing it, and it's epic. But if I can finish this guy off, that's one less asshole I'm up against.
なんだてめえ。
Oi, what the fuck are you? Well, one of the other guys is still trying to process what's happening. I tackle him head on in the stomach, full force. Oi, get up. Huh? Hurry and get the hell out of here. Shut up, woman. Just run. but I can't leave you, and my leg is a little broken actually. Oh yeah, the Yuni aku areba aku wo tatsu. Yuni uni uni wo tatsu. Tsurugi no kotobari koko ni ari. Which is the Ayane version this time. Naruhodo. Naruhodo. That one's different. Anyway, we're beating some clowns up, or something. I stand the bike up and slip the chain back on. Crazy style. Yeah, you can get down the hill now. Go on, go. She still seems hesitant, like she wants to say something, but I push her on the back and send her off. Are you shitting me right now? I'll fucking kill you, asshole. The guy behind me rushes forward, holding a knife that shimmers in the dim light. Oi. Real delinquents with knives and shit. Flustered by the sight of the blade, I kick the guy at my feet. Just what the fuck do you think you're doing? But my leg can reach further than the arm of some douche with a knife. Yeah. I kick my leg out as hard as I can. My heel hits him in the solar plexus. I think that's the chest. He reels in agony and collapses. Right, now's my chance to get the hell out of Dodge. Dodge? Dodge. I run off, not paying much attention to my surroundings. Oh fuck. Annie, that was seriously dangerous. You don't even have any equipment on you. My body just moved on its own. Even I can't quite understand why I went that far. Still, kicking a guy when he's down, that's really gonna piss us friends off, but I guess it does get the message across. Good job. I smirk, knowing that my sister supports me. After all, looking back on that time, I was a failure of a brother. Some more, still unknown backstory, I presume. ... Going full Red Rida mode is really draining my energy, man. Right, I'm down the hill now. I'm in this wide open expanse. Looks like you're on the hiking trail. Enjoy frolicking in nature while frolicking with each other and all. How do I get out from here? Since you jumped down from the cliff, this is going to be a bit of a roundabout, but you should be able to get to the base of the mountain near the beach. I'm closer to the town than I thought, in which case... wait, hold up. Seeing an entity approaching, virginity status unknown. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm seeing a group of 2, so probably SHO guards? Oh no. Those fucking assholes are playing innocent and placed an emergency call. Without Asane being here, I can't use her jamming device. But I need to keep using the GPS for my operations. What do I do now? What? I suddenly take a blow from behind. Monka. During my moment of hesitation, somebody saw a chance to strike.
兄、どうしたの？何があったの？聞こえてないの、兄。
Wait, Annie, are you there? What happened? Come in, Annie. Can you hear me? Bro. 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 Ah. Dead. Both my goggles and the receiver are gone. Guess they're not very shock resistant. Note to self, a room for improvement there.
男の方が捕まっちゃったか。さっきは私の仲間をよくもやってくれたわね。
Naruhodo. It's the professional filming stance lady. Credits roll. Yeah, he's dead. To a degree, I'm actually kind of still expecting that here and there. Because first of all, that's kind of what happened during Muramasa. You know, you do 1-2 things and then like, whoops, that's it, you're dead. You're done, bud. GG's. And then you need to go back and then like, okay, this option instead. Naruhodo. And even in Saya, was kind of a 50-50. But I could have just gotten like an instant ending, right? And with stuff like this, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point it's really just like the MC dies at some point, and now they just set you back like a little bit, and now you get to like go through that again, except this time you get to make like a choice, knowing that like the next thing that's coming is like you're gonna get bonked on the back of the head. And now it's like, I dodge to the left, I jump to the right. And then, I don't know. Like something like that basically. But I don't know. And clearly we didn't just get beaten to death, so in a way that's a plus, I suppose. Good job, Junnosuke. Very nice defense stats here, I guess. Kind of tanky yourself, huh? But yeah, got caught, really went beast mode. Hey. It's the girl with the camera. Shit, I totally forgot about her.
動くんじゃないよ。これ見えるでしょ。ナイフなんてチャチなもんじゃないよ。肉だってバッサリ切れるんだから。
Don't fucking move. Look, you see this? This knife ain't some cheap toy. It'll cut through your flesh just like that. She whips out a thick carving knife, holding it close to my face. As a result, I can't move at all. And I'm reminded that I have no weapons on me. Basically, that's bad. Which means that in situations like this, where I'm facing a real threat, I have no way to fight them head on. I am helpless. You fucking ghouls, selling the Islander girl's purity for cash. What the hell's your story, huh?
純情って、あんたこそ何言ってんの？こんなビッチしかいない島、全員が AV 女優みたいなもんでしょ。
Purity? You diseased in the brain, punk. This whole island's crawling with thoughts, and they're basically porn stars in the making. Again, I get like the idea here. These are evil underground filmmaking specialists, I'll call them. But like, yeah, what's the point really? Since, again, you can just do it here, you know? there's not really much of a need to chase after a lady on a bike and then like threaten her and whatnot just to make a quick buck by filming some videos. Like, you could literally, normally this would be really weird, but like literally just stand outside the school and be like, yo, how about it? Like, again, I just feel like they're going to quite the lengths here for not really all too much at all. And clearly, you even run the risk of getting jumped by some random weirdo out here in the woods, when you could just, you know, do stuff safely in, like, you know, during the day and all, but I suppose I digress or whatever. Hehe. Well. Yeah.
第一、私だってもともとは島の人間なんだから。
Not to mention, I happen to be an islander girl. Huh. So, you're selling out your own then? That's bullshit.
どうせそこら中でセックスしてるんだから、今さらそれを取って売るくらい何がいけないわけ？
They're the ones fucking their own brains out every which way all the time. Who gives a shit if I decide to make a little profit off of that?
実際いたわよ。動画が売られて、みんなにドスケベなところ見られて嬉しいって言ってた女の子もね。
Like, be reasonable. There's chicks who get off on people selling videos of them doing a second fuck, you know? I still can't move at all, evidently still being stunned from the blow. And my left shoulder. It kind of hurts now, given that I broke my momentum by slamming into a tree full force earlier. Yeah, about that. But if I just had a little more time to recuperate.
女の子はそういう子もいたけど、男の子の方はまだ見たことがないかもね。
I definitely know a girl or two like that, but I haven't run into any guys like that yet. What?
女の動画の方が金にもなるんだけど、可愛い男の動画も受けるのよ。逆レイプだったらなおさらね。
Girl vids make the most bank, but there's a market out there for stuff with cute guys in it too. Yippee! Reverse rape is an especially hot topic. You follow. Stop. She grabs me by the head, yet I'm too weak to resist.
あんたも島の人間なら知ってるわよね。シリカベオブジェクト。このゲル状の部分に体を入れてロックすると、シリカベプレイが楽しめるって代物。
You're an islander too, so I imagine you have heard of the ass wall artwork, right? The one where you just get inside the gel part, then lock it and enjoy ass stuck in the wall shenanigans. Yeah, they showed that off early on, yeah, I remember.
これに両腕を入れて固定すれば、はい、これで高速プレイもお手の物ってわけね。
So, I'll just put your arms in there and lock it up. Great, it's not quite the same as ropes, but I'll take it. Shit. She takes out the camera and gets it set up. Thinking about it actually, wasn't she filming when he came in and started beating them? Wouldn't that be a very damning amount of evidence of stuff? Perchance. The camera seems kinda dangerous here.
捕まえたのがあんたでよかった。私もレイプ見せられるとすぐ濡れちゃうから困ってたのよ。うずいてさ。
I'm so glad I caught you. I get so wet watching someone being raped. My pussy was aching so much for it. She chuckles and licks her lips. In her eyes, I'm nothing but prey. Well, you're gonna be disappointed. I'm impotent, so I can't get an erection. Smug.
なんですって？そんな嘘、そんなはず。手で刺激しても立たないなんて。
What did you say? Impossible. That can't be. It won't get erect if I stimulate it with my hands. What? That's crazy. She strokes my crotch, but my junk doesn't respond in the slightest. Of course, I won't give a reaction to a slut. Plus, erectile dysfunction and all that. So, what are we expecting here? Too bad for you, you fucking slut. That's all you are to me as a woman, you dig? Just some dumb fucking slut.
なら二度と勃起できないくらい血を抜いてやるよ
Then I'll have to make sure you won't have enough blood left in you to get hard ever again. Stop this. She raises her knife. Wait a minute. You're killing me just because I can't get a boner? This doesn't make sense. My erectile dysfunction has always bothered me, you know. And now you're killing me because of it. This is terrible. Please, reconsider. Shit. I provoked her too.
3、2、1
What? 3, 2, 1. Boom! Headshot. Ah, missed her. Unlucky. Digga. My fucking arm. Yeah! What? I take advantage of that brief opening to grab her in a headlock with my legs. Now, say goodnight. She finally goes completely limp. Actually wrestled her to death. Okay. Next thing I know, she slumped down on the ground. What happened back there? I still can't quite process it. But at least I'm safe now. Right, this is where my sit-up skills come in. Ha! I use my legs that are bound in the direction of my head to push the unlock button on the ass wall. She just had like a mobile version of the ass wall on her, by the way. Isn't that kind of crazy? Because that seems like crazy tech. You can't do that kind of stuff without a wall, right? And then you need to like make something happen to get like someone through the wall and then get them stuck in it too. And they just sell that here as like portable ass wall device. Kinda crazy to me, but yeah. Man, good thing I do all that exercise. If it weren't for all those reps, I probably wouldn't have gotten out of the situation. I pity the bitch. I will let her recover somewhere. I take care of the unconscious woman by laying her down in the shade of a tree. Then, to make sure no one can use it again, I smash the camera. Big smarts. Yeet that shit into the ocean. That's for ruining my receiver. Guess I'll have to redesign it, so it's not so prone to falling out of my ear. Whoa. Empty beach. Phew, finally made it down the mountain. I stare at the expanse of sea ahead and take a deep breath. Roger, this is Junnosuke. Need a medic. Or whatever. There's hardly anyone on the beach. The temperature has dropped dramatically since it's almost night. Almost night? Most people have returned home. I'm overcome by a sense of fatigue. I've got to hurry home. Asa must be terrified since I lost contact with her.
はい、そこのあなた、確保です。
Uh-oh. You there. Stay where you are.
私の名前は千葉幸喜。SHO 広報委員会宣伝実行部兼治安管理委員会特殊戦闘部のものです。
That's not a new name, but who are you? My name is Koki Senba, SHO Public Relations Group, Publicity Division, Combined Public Order Maintenance and Special Combat Divisions. Or whatever. Ah, of course. That's why I don't know you. You are the randomly appearing pink-haired cute lady. Looking kind of tour guide-ish with this weird, cloth wrapped around her neck. With, I feel a hand on my left shoulder and turn around. Standing there is a beautiful woman with a lovely face.
先ほど通報があり、生産的行為を邪魔した男が現れたとのことでした。
I received word that there was a man who interfered with procreative activities earlier.
それが最近問題となっている反交尾勢力だとすれば罰さなくてはいけません。
If this is related to the recent rise in activity from the anti-copulation front, punishment must be doled out.
あなたはハイキングコースから出てきましたね。能動的なドスケベセックスは行っていましたか？
You just came out of the hiking track, I see. Were you properly engaging in perverted sex there? Perchance. As you can see, I am quite out of breath after all this fucking I did. What do I do? How should I answer? The whole situation was their fault, and they were criminals to boot. Yeah, I wonder if what they were doing would just pass here as well. I would guess no? Probably? Since, you know, they were like threatening her with a knife and whatnot, but I'm not quite sure, so... If I tell the truth, they would surely be sentenced as appropriate. Naruhodo. But what about everything else? If my hunch is correct, that girl is an anti-copulator just like us. Which would mean she's been getting away from sex on purpose this whole time. If I were to tell the truth, it would be morally repugnant, since it could put her in danger. And it could become harder from her, for her? To avoid perverted sex going forward. Huh. Not just for her, but more than likely for us as well.
答えられませんか？ならば、特殊戦闘部の権限として要求します。直ちに武装を解除し、一物を勃起させなさい。
Refusing to answer. In that case, under the authority of the Special Combat Division, I must ask you to immediately relinquish your weapons and produce an erection, please. And once again, I'm reminded of my lack of weapons to fight back with. Oh, I thought that meant he took like the knife with him or something.
生ハメで射精することができれば、今回の潔白は証明されるでしょう。
If you're able to ejaculate through raw sex, that will prove your innocence on this matter. Obviously.
反交尾勢力なのであれば、ここでドスケベ生射精をして悪いものを吐き出させます。
But if you are an anti-copulator, I will force you to admit to your crimes through a raw fucking ejaculation. I feel like you're not really giving us a whole lot of options, and no matter what I do, I'm kind of guilty and also not guilty, but so basically, I'm fucked either way. Literally. Yeah. Weird how that works out, huh? I don't have any weapons.
ならば、勃起はさせることができますね。それを拒否するということは、あなたは
In that case, you can simply give me an erection, yes? If you were to refuse now, then... in that case... Get ready, little guy. Please, work. Just this once, okay? Just this once, okay? Just for like 10 seconds, man. No, actually, I have to confess. I'm a bit on the impotent side at the moment. I can't get much of an erection. Sorry, officer.
そうだったんですね。だから答えられなかったと。ああ、なるほどなるほど。
なるほど。Ah, so that's why you couldn't answer. なるほど、なるほど。
それはすみません。男性は勃起できない状態になってしまうと、そのことをすごく気にするものね。それは男の子でも一緒なんだ。
Pardon me for doing that. It troubles men a lot not to be able to get an erection. Boys must be the same. He puts on a tender, caring expression. And I got a pass, as shrimpo, as that. What the fuck? That's all it took? He just said like, sorry ma'am, you see, little wee wee, he's not working like he used to, you know. And then it's like, oh, of course, oh, my bad, sorry, oh, fuck, of course, yeah, no, my bad man, just be on your way then. Like, what? You're trying to charge a guy for a crime and then he's just like, well, dick don't work, you know. But, okay. I'm trying to bear that through lifting weights and whatnot, but it's not really helping.
そうなの。なのにおちんちん硬くなってくれないなんて大変よね。辛いわよね。
Really? Despite that, your cock won't get hard? That must be terrible. That frowning, wistful expression. Evidently, she took my words at face value. Nice. If she's this easy to fool, she's either really caring or really naive. Yeah, so if you'll just let me go home.
大丈夫よ。私が何とかしてあげます。
Don't worry, I'll do something about it. Oh. I mean, that kinda makes sense, right? But it would have been funny if it would have been just that easy, so huh? What? Whoa! Ah! In the blink of an eye. I find myself flat on my back on the beach. My belt is undone before I know it too.
びっくりしちゃったかな。ごめんね。でも、ドキッてしたでしょ。
Did I scare you? Sorry. I guess I must have startled you a bit. Her seductive voice whispers directly into my ear.
SHO ガードマンは勃起不全の人にも島をお楽しみいただけるように一式の教育を受けているの。
You know, SHO guards have received training on how to make men with erectile dysfunction enjoy the pleasures of the island as well. Makes sense.
だから外春マッサージには自信があるの。
So, I'm quite confident in my rejuvenation skills. Huh? She reaches out to my crotch. She's not just trying to rub it directly the way that other woman did earlier.
ほら、太ももの内側、優しくスリスリってされるの。 気持ちいいでしょ
See how good it feels to have your inner thigh stroked gently?
手の内側で手の甲でおちんちんの周りなでなでされるの気持ちいいね
Oh man. Why can't I just not laugh? What's wrong with me? It feels nice having the palm and back of my hand rub around your cock like this. Doesn't it? It's a gentle yet tantalizing sensation. Then there's that sweet voice of hers. It soaks into all my organs and makes my mind go blank.
あら目がとろーんってしてきちゃってますねエッチな気持ちになれましたねいい傾向ですよ
Oh my, you look entranced. You're getting horny now. We're on the right track.
それじゃあ次はまだここは触ってあげません代わりにこっちです
Next is... I'm not gonna touch your you-know-what just yet, but here instead. But that's my...
そうお尻の穴ですよ 穴のシワ指先でツンツンってしちゃってるのわかりますか
Yep, it's your asshole. Can you feel me poking the wrinkles of your anus with my fingertip?
くすぐったいですねこそばゆいですねでも気持ちいいね
It tickles, doesn't it? And yet it feels good too. I unconsciously moan at having my anus fondled by her fingertip. It's a light yet indescribable stimulation I've never felt before. Who?
それじゃあ次はたまたま触っちゃいますね
Next, let's move on to the balls, shall we? She strokes my nuts with her fingers. It feels totally different from when I touch them myself.
たまたまパンパンに膨れちゃってますよこれ出たい出たいって言ってるんじゃないかな出してあげた方がいいんじゃない
Your nuts are so swollen. I'm calling out, let us come, let us come. I just have to help them out, right? She talks like she's speaking to a baby. But for some reason it feels unbearably good. Nice. Shit, how could a proud virgin like myself be degraded like this? I'm not giving into this anymore. It's not what it sounds like. It's just a kiss. I promise.
お耳おいしそうだから舐めちゃった体ビクってしましたね気持ちよかったですか
Your ears looked so tasty. I just had to lick them. You really shuddered when I did, though. Did it feel that good? Well... maybe?
じゃあもうちょっとだけ舐めてあげますね
Well, then I might just lick it some more for you. She fondles my nuts while sucking on my ear. Interesting. She runs her tongue from the inside of my meatus to the tip of my pinna. Biology of the ear. Naruhodo. And my balls react to that. Sweet Jesus. What is this sensation? The combined feelings of frustration and desire to beg for more are battling each other within me.
あら、切なそうなお顔。おちんちん触ってもらえなくて悲しいですか？そうですよね。だって、おちんちん固くするためですもんね。
Oh my, don't you look frustrated? Is your cock sad that I'm not touching it? I bet it is, since I'm doing this to make it go hard.
じゃあ、次はお待ちかねの。おちんちん、触ってあげますね。
In that case, since it's clearly dying for it, I'm going to touch your cock. Whoa. Okay. Her hand slowly creeps towards my junk and wraps around it.
あれ、まだ硬くなってませんね。大体の人はこの時にカチカチになるのに。
Oh my, it's not hard yet. Most people would be hard as a rock by now. Well, no shit, I'm a proud virgin and impotent to boot. My half-hard dick couldn't possibly level up to completely hard.
でも、ちょっとだけ大きくなってますよ。じゃあ、パンパンになって前立腺痛くなるまで勃起させてあげますね。
But I see, it's gotten just a little bit bigger. I'm gonna make it so hard and ready to burst that your prostate aches. I struggle, but I can't move.
私の手こき、すっごく皆さんに評判がいいんですよ。千葉こきって言ってね。
Everyone raves about my hand jobs. They call me Handy Cookie / Senba Cookie. Naruhodo. I get it, I get it. My injured shoulder and back don't respond. I won't go hard though. I won't get any harder. Not a chance.
ほら、しこしこ、しこしこ。
Stop.
さっきよりちょっと大きくなってきましたね。
Oh man. Come on. Fappity fap. Fappity fap. It's gotten a little bigger than before. No. I won't let it.
しこしこ。し
She just keeps going, man. Ah!
硬くなってきましたね。もうちょっと頑張りましょうね。しこしこ、しこしこ、しこしこ。
Not to ruin the moment, but it's kinda crazy how long these voice lines are. Considering how little she's actually saying, but Fappity fap, fappity fap. Ah, it's getting harder. I'll keep up this pace then. Fappity fap, fappity fap, fappity fap. Shiko, Shiko. There's no way I can let it.
もうパンク寸前になっちゃいましたよ。
Hehe. It looks like it's just about ready to pop. Right. It won't. It can't. My consciousness. My body. My junk. All of them are going against my will.
さあ、これで完全におちんちん大きくなりましたね。
Oh no.
じゃあ、お姉さんのトロトロをマーコに挿入してもらっちゃおうかな。
She's ready to engage in crazy modo. Right, it's up to critical mass now. I think I might just be ready to stick it into my dripping wet pussy.
ねえ、入れてもいいかな。あら、もう顔がトランス状態になっちゃってますね。
You don't mind if I put it in, do you? Oh, you're still in a trance.
それじゃ、 勝手におまんこでシコシコさせてもらっちゃおうかな。
Well, I might as well just stick it in myself and jerk you off with my pussy then.
何これ。嘘、そんな。
Huh? What the heck is... No, it can't be.
いや、嘘でしょ。
No, you got to be kidding. Oh no. Yeah. What's happening? The night sky. Oh, and then it fades back. What? What happened? A big danger was about to happen and then, Nanny? I leave the beach on wobbly legs. Also, good job on, enjoying the meme slideshow, of course. That sure got a lot of value just now. Very nice. I'm not fully conscious. The world is all hazy and indistinct. Shit. But I do know one thing. I went and used it. And here I had hoped I would never, ever have to use it. I'm overcome by exhaustion and despondence. And our vision is getting a little blurry here, I think. And overwhelming fatigue. The intensity of it all assails me and I stumble. Oh wow, so glad to see you got out of that unharmed. Tehe. Ah. But something soft catches me. I black out, bereft of the strength to even look at her face. Aye. What? After school the next day, I head to the base and find everyone already there to greet me. Okay, no catch up with Asa about what happened or whatever. Okay.
聞いたよ、立花君。昨日見ず知らずの女の子助けたんだって。すごいね。さすがだね。
Tachibana-kun, I heard that yesterday you saved a girl you didn't even know. That's amazing. I'm impressed. Yeah, did Asa tell you?
あんたとの通信が途絶えたタイミングで一斉に連絡が来たのよ。あの時の朝ちゃんの取り乱しよったら。
Well, the moment she lost contact with you, she called all of us at once. She was practically hysterical. And with all of us at once, you mean Nanase, Bichi, and Watachan? AKA 2 persons at once. Is that so, Nee-chan? Imoto-kyun.
私にとって兄は我が1000年の念願を叶える願望機なんだから、ここでくたばってもらっちゃ困るってことだよ。つまりはギャルと 3P させるまで死ぬんじゃねえぞ、クソ童貞と。
Look, bro, you're my fucking genie, and you're gonna grant me a millennium's worth of wishes, so if you snuffed it on me, my life would be over, so don't you go dying on me until you can have a threesome with me and a preppy slut, you fucking untouched headass.
いっぱい喋ってるけど、つまりは心配だったってことだよね。
All that yakking must mean you were worried to death about him.
違います。そうじゃないです。私はビッチな年上エロギャルとドスケベしたいだけです。
Nuh-uh, not true. I just wanna do the nasty with an older preppy slut. Thank you very much.
まあ、それはそれとして。ジュン、とにかく無事だったのよね。怪我はしてない？
Well, let's leave that aside. Jun, you sure you're okay? No injuries or anything? Just a few grazes, but it kinda sounds like you were actually worried about me. Wow.
バーカ。 無茶するんだから。
Well, duh. Sheesh, you really went ham back there.
でも本当に偉いね。立派だよ、立花くん。こういう時は先輩が褒めてあげないとね。
I'm really impressed though, Tachibana-kun. As your senior, I will have to reward you. Let me guess. More head pats, right?
そうだね。今回は特別偉いから何かあげられたらいいかな。
Let's see. Well, this time is pretty special, so anything in particular you would like?
砂場で作ったお山でもプレゼントするとか。
Like building a sandcastle for him as a gift or something?
肩叩き券とかもらったら嬉しいわね。
I suspect he would be content with coupons for a free shoulder massage. Really? A shoulder massage? Like he's some old man? But he did hit his shoulder though, so... Hey.
あげないよ、そんなもの。もっと大人っぽいものにするよ。
Like I'm gonna give him something like that. I wanna do something more grown up. No, really. I'd rather not have anything tangible. It's the feeling that counts.
あ、じゃあほっぺにチューしてあげる。
How about a kiss on the cheek then? What? What was that? なるほど。
わたちゃん、純はインポだけど仮にも異性なわけだし。
What? What? Jun may be a limpdick, but he's still someone of the opposite sex. I'm standing right here.
昔お父さんとかにはよくやってたけどな。
But they used to kiss my dad all the time.
はあ、ほら見て兄、誰とでもキスするってビッチだよビッチ。早いとこ粛清しなくちゃ。
Shit. Listen to her, bro. She will kiss anyone. She's a freaking psyop slut. We gotta throw her ass out of here quick. She just said it was with her dad.
でも LCG 集とかではお父さんに開発されてる娘ものよくあるじゃん。ちなみに妹的には非常にあり。
Come on, dad on daughter shit happens all the time in erotic CG collections. And don't even get me started on the little sister shit. Okay. Yeah, let's not get into that. But anyway, I really think you should save that for when you have a special someone. I did not know Wata-chan was such a effing whore. Fuck my life. Yeah, that's yeah, sounds about right.
そっか、それもそうだね。ふむ、じゃあ今回もよしよしだ。
Really? I guess so. We will just do head pats again this time. Then. Hehe. Right, I'll make it a little easier for you then. Up you go.
また持ち上げられた。やめてよ。あと偉かったよ。頑張ったね、立花くん。
Yeah! You picked me up again. Knock it off. Also, you did good. Good boy, Tachibana.
すげえあのロリ。怒りながらよしよししてる。
What a lily. She's complimenting him while getting mad. Canny overdrive.
ロリじゃありませんけど。
Luli, arimasengido. Ah! Aye.
なんかぐっと日常に戻った感じなのだわ。
Well, I guess we're back to the usual routine now. I shake my head like an eroge protagonist. What? And Nana say folds her arms. How do you shake your head like an eroge protagonist? What the hell? But yeah, that's kind of what you are, man. Anyway, I mean, considering what just happened, I mean,
それで、朝ちゃんの話では SHO ガードマンと戦って意識を失ったんでしょ？どうやって家まで戻ったの？
Now we're getting into it. So anyway, Asa told us you took on an SHO guard and then blacked out. How did you manage to get home? Yeah, about that. The girl I helped out came back for me. She tended to me after I flaked out, and she was able to get me back home after she found my student ID in my pocket. I would have just lain on the beach until morning if he hadn't found me. That would have led me to be captured by the SHO for sure.
なるほど。まさに私たちのグループにとっても命の恩人ってわけね。それでその子をどうするつもり？
Naruhodo. That certainly makes her a godsend for our group. So, what's your plan for her? Naturally, I'm going to get her to join our organization, the NLNS. I had already prepared that news for today. I was going to announce the inauguration of a new member and make a major event out of it. But she's pretty late. I told her to come to the base right after school let out. What is this though? Are we insinuating that she's tiny? Or nanny?
私ここにいるんですけど。
Bude. I'm right here though. Yeah!
あれ？いつの間にジュンの後ろにいたの？
Huh? How long were you standing behind Jun?
いえ、基地への訪れ方がわからなかったので、立花さんと一緒に入ってきたんですけど。
Well, I didn't know how to get into the base on my own, so I just followed Tachibana-kun on his way here. Wait, what? So you came down in the elevator with me? Impossible.
はい、声をおかけしたんですが、気づかなかったみたいなので、そのままずっと。
Huh. Yes, I tried talking to you, but you really didn't seem to notice me the whole time. I seriously didn't.
誰一人として。
None of us did.
ごめんなさい。私モブ顔で地味ですから、こういうことよくあるんです。本当にすみません。
Gomenasai. I basically melt into crowds. I'm terribly plain. So this sort of thing happens all the time. Really, I'm so sorry. She bows apologetically. She isn't lying either. She's every bit as nondescript as she says. Except she has like the biggest boobies on the entire island or something like that, but I'm sure.
改めまして、私、ホトリー美咲と言います。2年2組です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Let's try this properly now. I'm Misaki Hotori. I'm in class 2-2. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
美咲ちゃんだね。うん、よろしくね。
Misaki-chan. Nice to meet you.
なんでしょう。顔をじっと。
Why exactly are you staring at me?
地味、控えめ、自信がなさそうないでたち。白い肌、おどおど。
Plain, reserved, diffidently dressed, pale skin, timid. Oi.
童貞が好きそうな顔してんな。
And with a face only a guy who's never fucked can laugh. What is your fucking problem? Is this how you greet everyone?
話して兄、こういう女は今のうちに釘を刺しておかないとダメなんだ。
Get your hands off me, bro. I've got to warn this girl before it's too late. We've got a potential new teammate here, and you're pulling this shit.
クソ童貞の兄はこういう子がタイプだろうがよ。地味めの簡単に言うこと聞いてくれそうな感じがよ。
Well, you've never fucked. Doesn't she seem like your type, you untouched dog ass? Doesn't the plain subservient type get your motor running? I am unfuckable, you little shit, and I'll fuck you up before I ever get fucked.
ごめんね、ホ 鳥さん。この子ったら新しい人が入るといつもこうで。
Sorry about this, Hotori-chan. That girl always acts like this around newbies. And by always, I mean like, just this once, because you're like almost the first new member in a way. So, omedetou gozaimasu. Tehe.
いえ、なんというかスパイシーと言いますか、ファンキーな妹さんですね。
No, it's fine. Your sister seems, how to put it, kinda spicy and funky, I guess. Thanks for finding the politest possible way to describe my sister.
とにかく、それであなたも私たちの組織が何をやっているのか、ジュンから聞いてはいるのよね。
Well, anyway, I'm guessing Jun's given you the basics on what exactly our organization is about, right?
はい。ドスケベ条例を破り、セックスから逃げ回る反交尾勢力のチームなんですよね。
Yes, you're a group of anti-copulators who run away from sex and are trying to crush the perverted sex law, right?
その上でここに来ているということは、あなたも私たちと同じことをしていたと考えてもいい？
Yeah. So since you found your way here on your own, I'm presuming you agree with our objective.
あ、そうです。はい。条例適用年齢になってからはずっと一人で逃げ回っていまして。
Huh. Yes, that's right. Ever since I reached the age of consent, I've been keeping low and running around on my own.
基本的には自転車で、暗くなるまで待ってから山道を一気に駆け下りるような感じで帰っていました。
I get around by bicycle. I like to wait until it's completely dark and then ride straight down the mountain path home.
じゃあ、あのタイヤの跡は本当に自転車だったわけね。
So those tire tracks really were from your bike then. I am surprised you're able to ride that thing around in pitch darkness. You must have some skills.
私、嫁は聞く方なんです。視力もいいので、自転車は乗っているうちに自然とでしょうか。
Well, I have pretty good eyesight, and I can see pretty well in the dark. I guess it just comes naturally when I ride my bike or something.
数学はそれで大丈夫だとしても、学内ではどうしてたの？イベントだってあるし。
Good question. Well, if you're doing alright getting to and from school, how do you manage when you're actually at school? I mean, there's the events and whatnot.
ああ、そっちは私の顔が地味すぎてなんとかなったんです。
Well, my face is just so ridiculously plain that I can somehow manage. So, one just fades out into thin air, and the other is just looking a little bit too much. Looking like straight SHO bait for anyone to have the balls to touch her. Meanwhile, the other one is literally pretending to be the biggest slut in school. And that just somehow works as well. Interesting. No bullshit.
私、とにかく地味で、漫画だったらコマの隅っこにいるようなモブ女なので。
Yeah, like, I'm so plain that if life were a manga, I would just be a generic background character. Huh.
だから、立っているだけだとよっぽど奇抜なことをしない限り、基本的に気づかれないんです。
So, if I just stand around and don't deliberately draw any attention to myself, basically no one ever notices me. Well, we are certainly in no position to doubt your word. Like, real shit, we didn't even notice she was in here.
なんでしょう。そのせいで逃げてこられたんですが、ちょっと複雑 な気持ちがしますね。
How to put it? It's what lets me stay out of trouble, but at the same time I do have mixed feelings about it. Seeing a reserved girl like her, so unlike all the ostentatious people on the island, forcing a bitter smile brings out quite strong feelings of guilt. I feel bad about what I did, but it makes me honestly think she's quite charming. She reminds me of the human emotions I almost forgot about. Totally different from the slut and the lowly.
またしょうもないことでカッコつけて黄昏てるわね、この男は。
Yeesh! Trying to show off with this sob story, with his sob stories about getting wound up over dumb shit again. This guy, who happens to be the guy who is employing the Syscon strat in this here scenario. I'm just busy smashing my sister right now, please give me a moment. Guess you just gotta make use of whatever works for you to make shit work here, I guess.
うちの兄ってかわいそうな生き物なんです。
My brother is such a pathetic creature.
でも美咲ちゃんはそこまでエッチなことから逃げたかったんだよね。
Anyway, Misaki-chan, I guess you must have gone to pretty great lengths to avoid sex, huh?
じゃあきっと美咲ちゃんにもどうしてもエッチしたくない大きな理由があるんだね。
So I'm guessing you must have a pretty big reason for doing that yourself. We all look at Hotori. Fear and hesitation are all over her face. She looks to me for validation, and I nod. Don't worry, you're in good company. Everyone here has their own personal baggage to deal with. If you're one of us in the NLNS, the rest of us will accept you. Isn't that right, Minasan? We are a minority group. Accepting people rejected by mainstream society is something we have the right stuff for. No matter the reason, we won't turn people like that away.
わかりました。はい、私は。
Okay. Has she accepted my enthusiasm? She bites her lower lip and looks up. She summons her courage and goes red in the face as she exclaims.
デブなので誰にも裸を見られたくないんです。
I am fat. What? So I don't want anyone to see me naked. Sure. Alright then. In a rather disconcertingly loud voice. Fat.
はい、本当にぽっちゃりしててお腹周りとか大変なことになってて見せられないというか、誰も私の裸なんて見たくはないと思うんですが。
Yes, I'm really quite plump, and my waistline is rather large, so I don't want to be noticed, and I definitely don't want anyone to see me naked. Which already also explains why she also has, like, her arms, like, wrapped around her waist to, like, hide her shape / size, I suppose. Kinda just looks a little bit like she's, you know, supporting those heavy hangers, but, yush. Well, I suppose you're not exactly slim, but...
太ってるようには見えないわよ。
You don't look all that fat to me.
そんなことないです。この島の人って片桐さんみたいに痩せてて胸が大きい人が多いから、私すごく恥ずかしくって。
Well, I beg to differ. This island has so many people like Katagiri here who are built like a beanpole and have big hooters. It's really embarrassing for me.
それは島の人間がおかしいだけなんだよ。ほらね、変だと思ってたの私だけじゃないでしょ。
I've been telling you guys, there's definitely something weird about the people on this island. And look, I'm not alone in thinking that. Bro really just said heavy hangers. Crazy. I mean... I don't think it's all that crazy. And I feel like... I don't know. But they definitely use that kind of vocabulary within this here novel before already. I don't know, but we got like titties and boobs and hooters and I don't know, man. Lots of stuff. Hey, Wata-chan. Finding some validation in this here new comrade though. Except, I don't know. I smelled some problems in your co-working on this here problem together. Because I'm pretty sure she's not really that fat, and even if she is, it's not like it's like that much of a problem or anything that you couldn't do anything about. Unlike not having any chest at all. Wata-chan. Daijoubu. Oh no.
そうなんですか？やっぱり皆さんの方がすごすぎるだけなんでしょうか？
Really? It's not me. It's everybody else who's too perfect after all.
すごいかしら。私なんて特別スタイルがいい方でもないから。
Too perfect? I personally don't think my figure is anything to write home about.
私も自分は普通だと思ってるけどな。
I think I'm more or less normally built myself. Kotori might not be that fat, but Wata is that flat. Yeah. Exactly. Even if it's not like you couldn't do anything about it, but on the other hand, it's just Jova for you. Aye. Honestly, I don't think this island is anything special in that regard.
立花くんは七瀬ちゃんと浅根ちゃんで見慣れてるから感覚がおかしくなっちゃってるんだよ。
Well, you get to see Nanase and Asane every day, so if you ask me, you're kinda betraying your bias here, mister.
いい？ウエストがキュッとなってて、胸とお尻がバインってなってる人ばっかりなのはこの島だけなの。
Like real talk. Pencil thin waists, bouncy boobies, and perky butts. It's only on this island that literally everyone has those traits in common. But Asa and I weren't born on this island.
私も転校生だけど。
And I'm a transfer student, actually.
その上で3分の2が巨乳なわけだが。
And we currently have a 2 for 3 who to have a ratio in our organization. Huh. What? Except... Good job.
でもただ胸が大きいだけなんていいことないですよ。倒れた時にクッションになったりタブレット置くのに便利なくらいで。
But really, just having hooters isn't a perk in itself. Like, they end up cushioning you if you fall down, and they are fairly convenient for resting your tablet or something on.
巨乳しね。
Fuck your hooters. Okay. I mean, she just listed like upside, so I don't know. Cut it out. That's not language a teeny little loli like you should be using.
ロリじゃないですけど。
ロリじゃないですけど。
ロリじゃなかったんですか？
ルリじゃない？バカな。
先輩なんですけど。
先輩なんですけど。グー。はい。
先輩なのは知ってたんですが、飛び級だと聞いていたので。
Well, I knew that. It's just that I heard about you skipping years.
ここまで浸透してたんか。私ちゃんと先輩だよ。年上だよ。お姉さんだよ。
Are the rumors that freaking widespread, Dayo? I am literally your senior, Dayo. I am older than you, Dayo. I am the elder in this conversation, Dayo. Yo, Dayo. What, Dayo?
あははははははは。
Ah ha 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 ha. Te.
あははははははは。
Your new shine, Dayo. Drop the incredibly canned laughter, please. This conversation already has enough cringe in it.
私、先輩なのに。この中で唯一の貧乳でも先輩なのに。ちっちゃくても先輩なのに。
I'm your freaking senior. I may have the flattest titties of any girl in this room, and I may be a tiny little shrimp. But at least give me that, darn it.
ほら、あんたたち。あんまりわたちゃんいじめちゃダメだからね。ま、いつものことだけど。
Alright, y'all. Quit teasing Wata-chan so much. Though, I guess it's really just business as usual. Yep, business as usual indeed. Even in the middle of such a dangerous event, we are still able to laugh and carry on with our usual routine. I'm definitely grateful for that. So yeah, this is our team. Looking forward to working with you, Hodori-chan.
はい。こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
Yes. Likewise. Thanks for having me. Honestly, I'm pretty happy to welcome even one more like-minded person into our group. I can't accept perverted sex. I'm gonna escape from the unmitigated evil of those assholes and their forceful perverted sex and live for true love. And I will lead all other people who feel the same way. That's what our organization, the NLNS, is all about. No love, no sex. Ta-da!
NLNS ってそういう意味なんですか？
So that's what that stands for then. Yeah, it's a name representing our principle that sex without love is absolutely inconceivable.
それだと愛がなければセックスではないという意味では？
But wouldn't that also mean that if there is no love, then it's not sex? Wait, what the fuck?
やっと気づいた。
Took you long enough to notice that one.
その理論だと愛ないしセックスじゃないから OK みたいな軽いノリのドスケで推進してるチームみたいに見えるね。
I mean, if you took it that way, we would basically sound like we're a pro-perverted sex group. Like, no love, no sex, no problem. Ka-ching. It does indeed just sound like the Seiran Islands motto, basically. But, yeah. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
しかも逆説的に言えば Y であれば X があるとも取れますから、セックスであれば愛があるという意味にもなり得るかも。
And going by modus tollens, if you are basically saying if Y then X, then couldn't you also say that if you're having sex then love is there? Shit!
あんた英語の成績ダメだもんね。
Somebody failed English real fucking hard. For someone who has some supposedly really good grades. Or at least cares a lot about his grades. Why the fuck didn't you say anything, goddammit? I went and made a fucking logo and everything! Well, I mean, the logo's whatever, it's like this, the falcon in the bag or whatever. We can just rename ourselves and put some different letters on it, it's fine.
いや、勘違いしてたから言うのも悪いかと思って。
I mean, I didn't want to be the one to break it to you. Well, fucking tell me sooner then.
あんた勘違いしてる時に何言っても聞かないじゃない。
You don't even listen to me whenever you're wrong anyway. So, why bother? God damn it. Here I went and came up with that name, and now I have to live it down for the rest of my life. I done goofed. I done goofed real bad.
まあ、捉えようによっては愛がなければセックスなどではないのですから、愛のないセックス自体を否定しているようにも。
Well, I do get that you're basically saying it's not sex if there is no love, so you reject the act of sex without love. See, Nanase, she gets it.
いや、あんたがそれでいいならいいけどね。
Meh. Whatever you say, Chief. Nanase sits in front of the PC. She seems to be checking the latest news on Seiran Island. This has been her daily routine as of late.
七瀬さん、何か面白いものありました？
Oh, Nanase, did you find anything interesting today?
へえ、今朝ビーチで気絶した SHO のガードマンが発見されたんだって。
What? Let's see. Huh. Apparently an SHO guard was found unconscious on the beach this morning. What? What happened back there?
SHO ガードマンは取材に対して、あんなの初めてとコメントしており、事件性がないか調査しているってことらしいわ。
When asked for a comment, the guard responded, "That's never happened before. An investigation to determine possibility of criminal motive is underway. That's the meat of it."
あんなの初めて？一体どういう意味でしょう？
That's never happened before. What did she mean by that?
見た限り、ジュンのことはニュースになってないみたいね。とりあえず一安心だけど。
Well, at any rate, I'm not seeing anything about Jun in the news, so we're in the clear for now. You sure?
ねえ、立花くん。立花くんも悪い人とか SHO ガードマンと戦ったりしたんだよね。
Oh, say Tachibana-kun, you were the one who fought those bad dudes in that SHO guard, right?
私と合流した時は、もうボロボロでしたよね。
Plus, when you ran into me, you were kind of a wreck, right?
それは私も気になってたのよ。あんた、スパイアイテムも持っていかなかったでしょ？どうやって倒したの？
Yeah, I'm kinda curious myself. You didn't have any of your little spy gadgets or anything, so how did you manage to beat them? Everyone stares me down. Well, I hit him with some of this, you know, some of that, some... Ha! Hiya! You know, some of that type of stuff. I raise a finger and avoid the question. I am afraid that's confidential info. Jajan. Naruhodo. That's how we're ending today's episode then, huh? Interesting, interesting. Now, in this just now aftermath of all that happened, I feel like he didn't say anything because he kind of just doesn't remember. Like, Bo was running and stuff, hit his shoulder, and then, like, went crazy, beat up 3 dudes at once. Then was trying to just, you know, hurry back home. Got bonked in the back of the head. Threatened with a knife. You know, then took out that lady as well. Somehow. And then some funny stuff happened, and I feel like it may be possible that he just doesn't remember. If nothing else, he definitely doesn't know about the secret sniper coming into play here. Helping him out there a little bit. Which was kind of crazy. As for what happened with the SHO guard, with Handy Koki, I am not quite sure what happened there. Given the additional info of the chapter's title, which, by the way, hasn't changed. Obviously has changed. The Sedan Saga, but previously Death of the Virgin, probably. Did stuff happen? Or did it not? I don't know. But knowing that she literally was passed out through the whole night and then was found unconsciously in the morning is kind of crazy. I do wonder what happened there exactly, other than some handy action, you know. Because that happened, I saw that, yeah. That was, yeah. Interesting. Anyway, we have a new member now, and we got through some funny stuff, and are keeping on. Or whatever. With some funny protector of justice and virginity type stuff. Fighting the good fight for all the virgins on Sedan Island or whatever. But yeah, that's basically that for today. It was a bit of a longer one, I think. It's past midnight at this point. It's been almost 3 hours. Holy heckin' hex. Lots of stuff happened though. Especially like a lot of stuff in relation to things that they previously mentioned. Right? With like the event and this and that, and then like we explored the cave a bit more, and then like, oh my goodness, tire tracks, and then oh my goodness, new lady, and then new ladies being chased, and unknown virgin states, and then like, oh my goodness, Kamen Rider type stuff. But yeah, and then he fucked an SHO guard until she just couldn't hold out anymore, I suppose. Or did he? We don't know. That's where we are right now. Yes. Nice, good Wednesday, now Thursday stream. Very good, very epic, with some weird, kind of confusing, scheduled sillies at the start. Again, it seemed to have worked out fine. So I might just try to do that again next time. But yeah, I might forgo or whatever, so But yush. Thank you, stream woo woo. Hey. No big deal. Teh. So, yep. I be back soon, probably on Friday. Except I have a bit of a funny appointment then, quite early on in the day as well. So if things go bad, I might just sleep through my usual stream time and then, I don't know. But I don't know, this late I usually try to just stay awake and like do my stuff. Could be a mess of clay works day as well, which I'm kind of looking forward to, so that's gonna be nice. But yeah, probably like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that again. The usual 2 to 3 days, obviously. And with that, title music. Hit me with it.
抜きゲーみたいな島に住んでる私はどうすりゃいいですか?
Asane again. Naruto. But yeah, that's the stream. That's the stream. Thanks everyone for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, suggesting, cranking, laughing, and chatting, and whatnot. Yep. I'll be back soon. This is going straight into the playlist. Of course, episode 10, and up next is gonna be episode 11. And I hope to see you back next time. And until then, have like a good night, good day, good whatever. Happy birthday. Yep. Bye bye. Bye bye. Emke over and out. T.